everybody? How you all doing? And I'm here with a very special last-minute, late-night surprise video. And of course, I just saw the new Top Gun movie, which, by the way, I earned it and I won it thanks to the giveaway at Applebee's. So, yeah, I got into this movie for a super reduced cost. I didn't tell you how much, but it is great that I got to see this movie because I actually been excited for this movie for quite some time, even before the pandemic hit. And if it weren't even if the pandemic did halt production or halt this for God knows how long, I still was waiting to see this movie. And yeah, I know. A long overdue sequel to a movie that I don't think deserved a sequel. So yeah, let's just go with that. But anyway, I just went into this just expecting, okay, where are they going to go from here? What are they going to do? But as soon as the opening credits roll, I felt like, wait a minute, didn't feel like it was something familiar. It was something that I remembered, and all of a sudden we literally just slipped naturally back into this world of Top Gun, and of course we see what Maverick's doing nowadays. Now I'm going to try to be as spoiler free, but again, overall, I'm going to say this right now. At first glance, I will say, on the surface, I felt like they were starting to rehash some elements from the first movie, but at the same time, there was a couple moments having me questioning myself. But there was definitely some excitement. There was definitely some thrills, and since advances in, I would say, some visual effects and movie making have come a long time since the first Top Gun movie. So yeah, and of course, I'm going to drop some little interesting trivia about the first movie that I don't think any of you guys knew about. So obviously, back in the 80s, most of the stuff that you saw, if anybody remembers seeing the original Top Gun movie, most of that was either stock footage done with stunt pilots, and most of the in cockpit stuff was mostly done on a blue screen and whatnot. But here's something even crazier: is that out of all the main cast that are shown in the actual test pilots and all that, and the test cockpits, and doing their dogfight and all that. Most of them, including Tom Cruise, lost their lunch, with the exception of Anthony Edwards, who somehow was able to gut it out and film all that dogfighting sequences for the movie, which is crazy. Also, an interesting thing. This pertains to the iconic song, of course, and by iconic song, not the Top Gun anthem, which of course, obviously they did bring that back. Everyone's gonna say, wait a minute, isn't Danger Zone the Top Gun theme? No. The Top Gun anthem, that famous dong, but that Harold Faltermeyer produced. I'm talking about Danger Zone, okay? Which, by the way, the song does come back in the credit sequence for this movie. So yes, I don't know if they just intended to do that just for nostalgia purposes or just to shoe it in, just keep it going, kind of thing. But here's the thing: that theme was not going to be the original theme. The original theme for Top Gun was going to be "Only the Strong Survive" by Bryan Adams. Now, in case you guys have never heard that song, I suggest go find that song, listen to it, and then take your judgment and be like, yeah, they made the better call of going with the K. Loggins theme, which by the way, K. Loggins actually hates the Danger Zone theme. So yeah, there's that. Okay, some interesting trivia you probably didn't know. So yeah, but anyway, as for the rest of the movie, I was thoroughly entertained. The combat training sequences had me literally scared and on edge because I was like, oh my God, I thought my heart was gonna pound out of my chest because of how insanely crazy of these stunts that was going on. I'm literally, if anyone from any Navy pilot knows what I'm talking about, you would probably be flipping your shit because this would probably not happen, or make you just go, what the unholy shit is going on? They are really risking their lives. Good Lord. But at least the one thing I will admit that makes this movie just slightly better than the first movie is that that they actually go into further much detail of what kind of mission they're going for, because as you know, in Top Gun, which was basically just combat training, and they had one small little mission at the very end, which of course they just said, oh, it's an air support rescue. I'm like, that's it. And like they don't give much detail. But here, it's an actual full scale, honest to goodness, like mission to some far off country, and like kudos to the entire team for pulling off like everything, like the sets, the mission. I think they were trying to think of, okay, what kind of crazy ass mission can we do for some kind of Top Gun aviation pilot that we can do. Okay, and I really think that kudos to the writers. I think they nailed it. Like, okay, try to make it as batshit insane, difficult for these guys to do, and somehow they're able to do it. Okay, but I feel like in the most somewhat unrealistic way, and like the moment that you see where I'm going with this, you'll know. Okay, that's all I'm gonna say. I'm trying not to give too much away because, like I said, there's moments that really just had me on edge, just like going like, oh my lord. I'm like, so seriously, like there was like I remember hearing like an audible gasp from the audience. I'm like, oh my god, like did that really just happen, kind of thing. But yeah, not much else I can say. Like, I'm glad. Very interesting thing is that they actually got Val Kilmer to reprise his role as Iceman, which of course is an interesting thing because he can't talk much. Okay, I'm glad they only gave him like a few speaking lines because, as you know, for a guy that frankly can't speak that much, that like they actually played to his strengths. So thank God. And then, of course, another thing that I'm scratching my head is, of course, is Jennifer Connelly's character. Of course, according to what I heard, she's the daughter of an admiral. Like, that somehow was referenced in the first movie. I'm like, wait, which admiral? Was it Admiral Stinger? The guy, the bald guy, or as I remember as Principal Strickland? I don't know. They really need to work. I think to me, that's going to knock the score down, okay? So, yeah, if anybody's seen the new Top Gun movie, I want to hear your thoughts, but otherwise, I feel like it's a good, strong contender for a good movie. It gave me hope and gave me had me had a good time just saying, okay, this is essentially come back to the same formula of Top Gun that we all know and watched and enjoyed. Where you love it, hate it, or love or hate Tom Cruise, wherever you want, I think you guys will enjoy this movie. All right, and with that in mind, I'm going to give Top Gun Maverick. I'm gonna give this a 7.5 out of 10. I was bouncing back and forth between this and I'll give it a hard 8, but ultimately I think a 7.5 is good because I think it's good and good for what it's worth. I think like what knocked it down things was I think they need to expand and elaborate on a couple more things. And another thing that really knocked it down a couple pegs is the very, very bad call signs for some of these pilots and characters. I'm like, Rooster, Bob, Fanboy, Cyclone. Come on, my call sign that I did online was much more cooler than any of them. Seriously, that's what knocked it down for me, all right? But overall, I think you guys will enjoy it. Enough of my gripes. Give it a watch if you want to. It's available in theaters if you want to see it in theaters, or I'm not 100% sure if it's going to be available for streaming. Hopefully it's for Zoom, so that way you can watch it from the comfort of your home, all right? That's just for tonight. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and stay tuned for some more awesome and exciting videos.